give it up, give it up, give it up. Stop. I'm going to show you this presentation. When I show this presentation, then I will share with you what the BAM, the acronym for BAM, and what it stands for, and how you can apply BAM in your everyday life, in your testing. And what we're going to focus on, FCAT testing, taking it to the next level. Now I want everybody to put their hands like this. Position. This is position. All right? And what I'm going to do, watch me, I'm going to say take it to the next level. Say it with me. Take it to the next level. Ready? We're going to do it together. Ready? Take it to the next level. Now I want to hear you say it with me. Ready? Take it to the next level. Say it again. Ready? Take it to the next level. Now see, now listen up. What you're going to do now, don't let me have to sit one of you out. I would not tolerate it. I would not tolerate it. Now, let's focus on, we're a team now, not individuals. Okay? I'm going to tell you some things about eagles, and I'm going to tell you about buzzards. You're going to learn a lot about buzzards, so you can watch out for buzzards. Because buzzards always try to break your focus. They don't care about what you're trying to do. All they try to do is break your focus. And if you let a buzzard break your focus, you know, you got to recognize a buzzard. Eagles never allow buzzards to break their focus. Because eagles always focus on soaring high, taking it to the next level. Okay? Now, when I say give it up, you clap your hand with team. Let's say team. All right, when I say give it up, everybody clap together. Give it up, give it up. Okay, now when I see someone do everything right with the eyes, I got a free BAM hat to give you as well, okay? Give it up, give it up. You will see a film where I did a chapel with our football team, and they did all these different things. When I say break it down, you say BAM, break it down. BAM! You gotta say it loud. I mean, this is the time you can really get loud. Don't care what no one say, you can get radical with it. Break it down. BAM! You can get louder than that. Break it down. BAM! That's what I'm talking about. See, you will break it down, BAM, and I'm gonna tell you what BAM means, but I want to show you this video before we get started. Now, in this video, let me give you some highlights about this video. In this video, Armwood was playing the regional semifinals against Booker T, which came out of Miami. They was 11-0, and I believe it was 11-1, 10-1. And this was a tough team that we had to play. And if we won this game, we would be going to the state final. And this is where I talk about the BAMs of the walls of Jericho's coming down with this team. Okay, let me give you a little more history. Before Coach Callahan brought me in to be their chaplain / motivation coach, prior to that, Armwood wasn't having a winning team. I'm gonna be honest with you, they wasn't having a winning team. Then he found out about me through some players that I taught all-star, motivational all-star teams in the past, and they told Coach, hey Coach, we know Coach had to bring him in, and he know how to motivate us to get us ready for a game. So he brought me in, and he used to have different speakers come in, and he invited me in, and then he just chose to just let me be the chaplain / motivation coach. From that point on, from that year on, BAM went to the regionals. Then after that, then BAM came. BAM, I wasn't teaching BAM then. BAM came up after the regional. Then BAM was a 3-year program where that first year was Believe, which they won the state championship. The second year was Achieve, which means do something uncommon they'd never done before, back-to-back. And M was Maximize when he went back to the state for the 3rd time. That was BAM, was all represented. And I implemented that for each year. Now, let me share something with you. If you listen to what I got to share with you, and you apply BAM to your everyday life achievement, I guarantee you, BAM will work. As a matter of fact, in November, I got a BAM book coming out. Matter of fact, Amazon will be marketing that book. But if you listen to the principle, very simple, simple principle, and if you listen to it, I guarantee you, wherever you are in your scores, in school, academic, I guarantee you, it'll take you up to the next level. And it's not so much studying harder to get you there. It's some other thing that many times, oftentimes we forget about that we need to do to focus on. And once you get that right, then you line up, you go there. Because mental is 90% of the battle. Mental is 90% of your battle in achievement. It's mental. And I'm going to share that with you. So let's look at this that was the first year for the BAM year, 2004. We ever won a state championship for Armwood anyway for in 30 years. So that was one awesome accomplishment. Now don't think about this. BAM is a process. BAM means believe, achieve, maximize. Say it with me, believe.
Believe.
I need everybody to say it with me, achieve. Believe.
Believe.
Achieve.
Achieve.
Maximize.
Maximize.
Let's say it louder. Believe.
Believe.
Achieve.
Achieve.
Maximize.
Maximize.
So I tell you, everybody can, it's a very simple acronym for BAM. It's so simple, man. I hear kids say it all the time around school now. Even some of the kids that really was quiet, very reserved to themselves, now I see them, coach, BAM, BAM, coach, BAM, coach. That's what does BAM mean? Believe, achieve, maximize. And one thing about it is a law, that law of repetition. If you say something long enough, often enough, it begins to renew your mind, your whole way of thinking. Okay? So that's why BAM is so important. Now, let's look at the concept. BAM is a concept. Believe. Say believe.
Believe.
Now, anytime I may be talking, in the middle of my talk, I may say break it down. When I say break it down, you automatically say BAM. Now, if I see someone on target with me, flowing with me, that's the one who get that hat. Okay, so I may stop anytime and I may say BAM. When I say break it down, you know what to say. Break it down!
BAM!
Break it down!
BAM!
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Now, when you talk about BAM, BAM is for you. It's not for someone else. You gonna BAM. You gonna BAM. Everything you do, you gonna BAM it. Now, believe. What do believe mean? You know, let's look at FCAT testing. Well, the whole goal is, you know, every school grade we have to, you know, we go to 7th to 8th grade, 6th to 7th. There's a score that we have to, goals and objectives, we have to meet on our FCAT testing, which means that we have to take it to another level. In 8th grade, in 7th grade, we got to take it to the next level. And if you're going to really get out of your grading level, you're going to have to take it to the next level. And, you know, that's in everything we do, even in high school. To really get the scholarship, to really get where you qualify to go to the particular school you want to go to, you have to have a certain score, which means that you got to take it to the next level. And what BAM does is help you take it to the next level. And anything you do, it helps you take it to the next level. Even in my personal life, it helps me take it to the next level. Not only am I a coach, but yet I use BAM where even in my marriage, 36 years of marriage, one wife, no children, 36 years. Why? Because I use BAM. Not only in my marriage, but as a pastor. I'm a pastor as well. And our church is growing exceedingly. Why? I use BAM. And everything I do, I use BAM. And BAM has brought great success to me. I have mentors. I mentor businessmen that has wealth, millions of dollars. It is good to mentor millionaires, and when you pick up the phone and say, hey, you know, my daughter got married, and I picked up the phone and I say, hey, Bob, send me a limousine. I want a limousine to take my daughter to Orlando. And next thing you know, the limousine, the driver there waiting for it, didn't cost me anything to do it. Why? Because BAM took me where I'm happy, successful people become even successful, and as a result of that, they are bringing me great rewards. So I'm a mentor to a lot of businessmen and millionaires that I'm their mentor. I'm their mentor, so that I'm the person that comes around, see them to see as they're taking it to the next level. With corporate America, I do the same with Verizon. I spoke with senior executive, with Stewart Title Company, and many more. Dallas One Construction, one of the well-known construction companies here in the Tampa Bay area. So here, this is what I do. I'm their consultant mentor. And now BAM is going to, causing revenue in their business because of BAM. So I want you to hear. When I'm making a statement, I want you to listen to it because it'll take you to the next level. And this is free for you all. Knowing I get paid for doing this. But this is free for you because Coach Kiefer asked me to come in and do it for you. So that's why I want to do it, because of Coach Kiefer, she is a part of the coaching team. And so we work together, so that's why I want to do it for her. Okay, so now let's look at believe. You got to pay focus. Say focus.
Focus.
Boy, when the Armwood football team, when we talk about this, when I say focus, they say focus. I mean, them guys are serious. Say focus.
Focus.
All right, say focus.
Focus.
I'm gonna give you a chance. Bring it out.
BAM.
Almost on target. You ain't got it yet. BAM's gonna be a pop. When I say BAM, when I say bring it out, I say BAM. All right, bring it out.
BAM.
There you go. Bring it out.
BAM.
All Like to believe, you say, I believe, but what do you believe? Now, one thing about when you're getting ready to take it to the next level, one of the greatest challenges that everyone faces is a mental challenge. When anytime you take it to the next level, there's pressure that comes to every level. Every time you move from one level to get better to the next level, you're going to have mental pressure, especially when you're not used to going to that level. That's just the way the mind works. As a matter of fact, the mind has been created and conditioned to evaluate, to calculate, and come up with an answer, come up with a conclusion. That's how the mind is conditioned. So you're going to always evaluate, you're going to always calculate, and come up with a conclusion. So no matter where you want to go, what you want to set your goal, your mind going to start challenging you and going to begin to evaluate that situation. Can you really do that? Now, come on, now, you really can't do that. Oh, come on, you know you can't do that. Why? Because your mind is challenging you. And then another thought will come and you're going to try to find something in your hard drive, going back to your future, your past, what have you succeeded in that can help you take it to the next level. Now, for some of you, if you never had any experience of any kind of success, you don't have anything in your hard drive but failure or negative. And so believing, that's the greatest challenge, is getting your mind prepared on a level that you can believe that you can do it, because it's easy to say I can do it, but when the challenge step out that you got to do it, now the mind going to play a lot of games with you, going to play a lot of tricks on your mind. How many had that happen to you? Every time you get ready to step out to do something, you know, I tell you what, I used to study in school hard for a test. Man, I would study hard. I mean, I was studying just as hard as anyone else, but my greatest challenge, when I got ready to take the test, my mind began to mess with me. How many had that happen to you? Oh yeah, you got that right, but you're going to be free from that today. Your mind began to play tricks. In my mind, I had the greatest challenge of saying, this is the right answer. I knew it was the right answer, but I struggled with my mind. My mind kept evaluating, calculating, kept trying to say, no, you sure? You really sure that's there? Now, you know that's not. And that's where it caught me right there. Even I had the knowledge, I studied, but I had the battle right here. And many of you kids, many of y'all are smart, y'all are intelligent, but the greatest setback, and we don't hear much of it, is our mind, our mental battle, because this is the housing agent. This here part caused everything else to move, even your body. It's an expression. Your mind will send a signal to your body will respond to it. So we got to get this mind. So believing has to deal with the mind. You got to deal with the mind. Say, I believe.
I believe.
Say, I believe.
I believe.
Break it down.
Break
it down.
Break it
down. Give yourself a hand for that. Now, what you have to believe? You have to believe that you have the ability to succeed. You have the ability to succeed. Which means in order to have the ability to succeed, you have to have confidence. You have to have confidence in you. You have to have confidence, no matter what, that you can succeed, you can take it to the next level. You have to know that. Now, what affects that? What affects that believing system? What affects your believing system, more often time, is your environment. And oftentimes, many of you don't come from good environment, negative environment, rather than positive environment, where that, you've been in an environment where someone always told you what you couldn't do. You can relate to what I'm saying. They always told you what you couldn't do. They call your name. They always said what you couldn't do. Well, guess what? What you hear programs into your thinking, into your hard drive. That don't go away unless you reject it. For example, someone said, well, Coach, you can't do that. Well, I have to reject that. If I don't reject that, that can go down into my hard drive of my thinking, and when I get ready to succeed in something, that will come out and cause me problems, and next thing you know, I'm going to quit on it. So what I do, when someone tells me what I cannot do, I reject that. I say, I'm not worried about what they say what I cannot do. It's all about what I believe. See, it's all about what you believe. And your mental mind, your environment going to tell you everything what you can't do rather than what you can do. That's the battle. And the reason why you hear it because you're going upstream. See, believing you're going upstream, you're not going downstream. So when you're going upstream, you're going to come against a lot of resistance. Your environment. I call them buzzers. Buzzers always want to criticize you. Buzzers always want to talk about what you can't do. Buzzers always want to talk about your past, what your daddy was. He was a failure, so you're going to be a failure. Mama was a failure, so you're going to be a failure. Sister was a failure, so you're going to be a failure. No, that's not true. It's all about what you believe. I don't care what people say about you. Don't go around identifying yourself or what people say about you. Create your own identity because you was created to succeed. Every one of you in here was created to succeed. But you have to believe that. Every one of you. And you have that choice. And every one of you, not only were you created to succeed, but you was created for greatness. Greatness. Every one of you. That was a wise book. That wise book said everything was created good. So that means good means successful. Now, none of you created bad. What caused a lot of problems was your environment. The buzzers. So guess what? We're going to change our whole mentality. We're going to pull some things out of our hard drive from buzzer thinking to eagle thinking. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. We're going to change it to eagle thinking. Not worried about what people say about us. And we label our life based on what people say about you. No, believe who you are and that there is greatness on the inside of you. Guess what? You are unique. You'll never find another Coachella. You never find another Coachella, another person walk like Coachella. You never find another person look like Coachella. You never find another person speak like Coachella. So I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm going to be Coachella. I'm going to be just what I was created to be, and I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to maximize and be the success in what I was created to be. That's who I am. You must be who you are. And guess what? You're created for greatness. And you are successful. Every one of them. And you may say, wait a minute, coach, I have a little problem with math. Well, you may have a little problem with math. Everybody got problems with something. I got problems. I got some weaknesses. But yet, all you do is make adjustments and perfect those weaknesses to strength. That don't determine your greatness. Your weaknesses don't determine your greatness. What determines your greatness is you and what you believe. Say, I believe.
I believe.
So once you get that focus, get that ready, and say, okay, I can take this test. I can take the FCAT test. I will not let my home environment distract you. You ever been where, man, you ready for a test, soon as you leave home, the dogs start barking, the cats start whining, and everything break out to distract you and discourage you? How many been like that? Oh, man, I can relate to you. I can relate to you. Man, and teachers don't know the pressure you go through mentally before a test. But guess what? Coachella's know, and that's why I'm here to help you. So when you're under pressure, when you get ready to take that FCAT testing, guess what? Guess what, man? You will understand that you will believe, and you're not going to yield to distraction. You know what you do? When you find that trying to mess with you, just keep walking. Keep walking. Just keep walking. Don't, to most folks, look at it and say, ooh, I heard that, I said that. Oh, think about it. Oh, what am I going to do? No, that don't pertain to me. That's all you have to do. That don't pertain to me. Say it with me, say, that don't pertain to me. Say it. That don't pertain to me. All right, see, that's what you got to do. When somebody says something that don't line up with who you are, that don't pertain to me. I'm not going to even hear that. And that's how you keep your focus there. Okay? Now the next step is achieve. Say achieve.
Achieve.
Say achieve.
Achieve.
Now notice Onward, to get to the level that Onward got to, they didn't only have to believe, but they had to set out to achieve it. How did they have to set out to achieve it? What they had to do, they had to work out. They had to develop good work ethics. They had to go to the weight room. They had a weight program set during the summer where the coaches made sure that they in the weight room work it out. Then they had to run sprints to get in condition. And they ran over 100 sprints a day in their workout. Not only sprints in weight room, but also they had to do different weightlifting testing. Because what they were doing, they was physically preparing themselves to set out to achieve. They first believed it. Then now they had to set out to achieve, so they had to prepare themselves for the test. Now, you say, well, coach, how does this relate to FCAT testing?